Picture this, a dimly lit dungeon, the chilling sound of chains echoing through the air. The year is 1478, and in the heart of Spain, a dark chapter of history is about to unfold. We're diving into the inception of the Spanish Inquisition, a time marked by faith, fear, and a chilling quest for religious purity. In this era, Spain was a melting pot of cultures and religions. Jews, Muslims, and Christians coexisted, albeit in a tense atmosphere of religious and political rivalry. But the balance was about to shatter. The Catholic monarchs, King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella, sought unity for their kingdom under one faith: Christianity. The Inquisition was not a spontaneous act of terror. It was a calculated move, a result of the monarch's desire for religious homogeneity, coupled with a fear of religious dissent. And so, they established a tribunal, a court of sorts, dedicated to rooting out heresy and preserving the purity of Catholicism. The Inquisition was fueled by a potent mix of religious fervor and political ambition. The monarchs believed that religious unity would strengthen their rule, solidify their power, and bring prosperity to their kingdom. The Inquisition, they thought, was the necessary tool to achieve this vision. But there was more to it than just politics and religion. The Spanish Inquisition was also about control. It was a means to manipulate the populace, to instill fear and compliance. It was a weapon, a terrifying tool used to silence critics and eliminate opposition. Yet, beneath the surface, the Inquisition was also a reflection of the times. It was a manifestation of the deeply ingrained prejudices and fears that plagued society. It was a mirror held up to the darkest corners of the human psyche. And so, the dungeon doors creaked open. The inquisitors, armed with their faith and their fear, stepped into the dim light. The chains rattled, the torches flickered, and the air grew heavy with anticipation. The stage was set for one of history's most terrifying chapters. Under the rule of the Inquisition, fear became the weapon of choice. The Spanish Inquisition, in its quest for religious purity, wielded fear as a tool to root out heresy. The methods employed were as chilling as they were effective. At the heart of the Inquisition's tactics were trials. These were not trials as we understand them today. There were no attorneys to defend the accused, no jury of peers. Instead, the inquisitors served as both judge and jury, their verdicts often preordained. The trials were public spectacles designed to instill fear in the hearts of the spectators. They served as a stark reminder of the fate awaiting those who dared to stray from orthodoxy. Then, there was the torture. A dark, gruesome aspect of the Inquisition used to extract confessions from those accused of heresy. The inquisitors employed a variety of devices, each more terrifying than the last. The rack, the strappado, the water torture, each designed not just to inflict pain, but to break the spirit, to make the accused confess, whether guilty or not. Public executions, or auto da fe, were the final act in the theater of fear that the Inquisition had crafted. These were not swift, merciful deaths, but slow, agonizing ones carried out in full view of the populace. The aim was to create an atmosphere of terror, a constant reminder of the power of the Inquisition. Among the victims were notable figures such as the renowned scientist Galileo Galilei, accused of heresy for his heliocentric theory, and Joan of Arc, burned at the stake for alleged witchcraft. Their stories are a testament to the lengths the Inquisition would go to maintain control and spread fear among the people. Yet it was not just the famous who suffered. Countless ordinary men and women fell prey to the Inquisition's relentless pursuit of purity. Their stories, though less known, were equally marked by fear and persecution. In the hands of the inquisitors, faith became a tool of fear and control. The instruments of the Inquisition were many, but the most potent of them all was fear. It was fear that kept the populace in check, fear that silenced dissent, and fear that allowed the Inquisition to rule unchallenged for centuries. Behind the grand narratives of power and control, there were thousands of personal stories of despair and hope. Let's take a moment to delve deeper into these personal narratives. These stories, often overlooked in the annals of history, provide us with the human face of the Spanish Inquisition. They remind us that this wasn't just a period of religious zeal and political intrigue, but a time that deeply affected the lives of countless individuals. Picture Maria, a young seamstress from Seville. Accused of secretly practicing Judaism, she was dragged from her home, interrogated, and subjected to unthinkable torment. Despite her fear, she maintained her innocence with an unwavering spirit. A testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Then there was Pedro, a scholar from Valencia, who dared to question the Church's teachings. His intellectual curiosity was met with suspicion, leading to his arrest and trial. His story serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of stifling free thought and expression. And let's not forget about the countless unnamed individuals who faced the wrath of the Inquisition. Their stories, though lost to history, are no less significant. They faced fear and persecution, their lives forever altered by the tumultuous times they lived in. These narratives also remind us of the hope that endured amidst the darkness. Consider the story of Isabella, a courageous woman who risked her life to help those accused by the Inquisition. Her bravery, compassion, and defiance in the face of tyranny offer a glimmer of hope in this otherwise grim chapter of history. Each of these stories and countless others provide a deeply personal perspective on the Spanish Inquisition. They put a face to the fear, the courage, the despair, and the hope that marked this period. They remind us that at the heart of this historical event were people like you and me, who lived, loved, feared, and hoped. These stories remind us that behind every historical event, there are countless human lives forever changed. The Spanish Inquisition was not an isolated event, but a dark chapter that left an indelible mark on history. The long-term impact of this period has rippled through the centuries, leaving traces in our modern laws, religion, and society. It's a legacy that is both chilling and enlightening, reminding us of the consequences of unchecked authority and the dangers of religious intolerance. The Inquisition's influence on modern law is undeniable. It introduced concepts, such as the right to face one's accuser and the presumption of innocence, principles that form the bedrock of today's legal systems. But these breakthroughs came at a high cost. The Inquisition's courts, notorious for their harsh and often arbitrary judgments, serve as a stark reminder of the need for justice to be fair and impartial. Religion, too, has been shaped by the Inquisition's legacy. The pursuit of religious purity during this period led to widespread persecution, a grim testament to the destructive power of dogma. Yet the backlash against these atrocities also sparked a movement towards religious tolerance, paving the way for the freedom of belief we value today. The societal impact of the Inquisition is perhaps its most enduring legacy. It created a culture of fear and suspicion, as neighbors turned against each other and families were torn apart. This period of history stands as a warning against the dangers of extremism, underscoring the importance of diversity and acceptance in a healthy society. But the Inquisition's legacy is not all negative. It also spurred advancements in art, literature, and science, as individuals sought to express their dissent and search for truth amidst the oppressive climate. The works created during this time continue to inspire and provoke thought, serving as poignant reminders of the human spirit's resilience. The echoes of the Inquisition can still be heard, reminding us of a past we should never forget. It's a testament to the strength of humanity, a tale of survival against the odds, and a warning from history about the dangers of intolerance and the abuse of power. As we look back on this turbulent chapter, we are reminded of the lessons it teaches us, lessons we must carry forward as we strive to build a more tolerant, compassionate world. While the Spanish Inquisition stands as a stark reminder of a brutal past, it also offers us valuable lessons for the present. The Spanish Inquisition, a period of fear and persecution, teaches us the importance of tolerance and the dangers of extremism. It's a mirror reflecting the grim consequences when intolerance takes precedence over understanding, and when dogma overrides dialogue. It's a cautionary tale reminding us that the pursuit of purity, if unchecked and unbridled, can lead to the loss of humanity and compassion. In our current global context, these lessons are more relevant than ever. We live in a world characterized by diversity of faith, culture, and perspective. Yet we also see instances of intolerance and at times extremism. The Spanish Inquisition serves as a stark reminder of where such paths can lead. It urges us to foster an environment of acceptance, dialogue, and mutual respect. It's crucial too to remember the role of critical thinking in preventing the rise of extremism. The Inquisition was marked by an unquestioning acceptance of dogma, by a fear of questioning the established order. Today, we must encourage questioning, promote intellectual curiosity, and value dissenting voices. They are the safeguards against blind faith and the descent into intolerance. In addition, the Inquisition highlights the importance of institutional checks and balances. It thrived in an era where the Church wielded unchecked power, leading to abuses and injustices. Today, it's a lesson underscoring the need to prevent the concentration of power and to ensure accountability in our institutions. However, it's not enough to simply learn these lessons. We must apply them, actively championing tolerance, questioning extremism, and promoting a culture of open dialogue and critical thinking. We must work towards building societies where power is held accountable, where diversity is celebrated, and where the rights and dignity of all individuals are upheld. As we look back at the Spanish Inquisition, it serves as a grim reminder and a call to action, to champion tolerance, to question extremism, and to ensure history does not repeat itself.